Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We are back with a new free-to-play slash budget slash artisan deck. This build consists solely of commons and uncommons, which makes it artisan format legal. That's the requirements for that format, is commons and uncommons. The majority of this deck is built with Phyrexia. All will be one. If you're looking to get all of those commons and uncommons as a new player without spending your wildcards, do a couple drafts. Do a sealed if it's available, right? This is a really good way to bulk grab commons and uncommons, and then you can save those wildcards as much as possible. Not even having to worry about mythics or rares within the deck is a fantastic thing as well as a new player. So we're going to break down this deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies held within, then we're going to demonstrate this within our gameplay footage, wrapping up with our final thoughts, deck review, potential upgrades or changes to the deck, and of course, our pack opening. So don't go anywhere. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support myself as a creator. You can also become a YouTube member if you want access to our exclusive live streams right here on YouTube, and many more goodies there as well. So cheers, thank you so much one final time, and let's take a look at the deck. Here we are, chat. A new free-to-play deck. This is Gruul Ravager, or Gruul Oil Tokens. I don't know, I'm still kind of thinking of the name for it. Maybe you can help me out in the comments below. What should we call this deck? It will revolve around the newest mechanic, oil counters. They're busted, they're super broken. And, you know, the main thing to utilize them for will be the Cinder slash Ravager. 6 mana, 5/5. This spell costs 1 less generic mana to cast for each permanent you control with an oil counter on it. It has vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature that your opponent controls, which, let's be honest, dunks on all of the might decks. All those 1/1s that accumulate poison counters. Just get out of here, dude. You're done. And then sometimes we get some other stuff as well, which is cool. But at the end of the day, it's a 5/5 with vigilance, which we love. This is reduced to as little as 2 by playing a bunch of things with oil counters. Before we get to that, though, I want to talk first and foremost about Atarax's Skitterfang. 3 mana, 2/2. It enters the battlefield with 3 oil counters on it, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may remove an oil counter from it. When you do, target creature you control gains your choice of Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, or Lifelink until the end of turn. And this is really nice, right? We can toss our boy in the air with Flying. Now it's a 5/5 with Flying and Vigilance. That's no joke. If we need life, we can also put life gain on it. Not a problem. Okali Dokali. And then the Ichorplate Golem here as well for 3 mana as a 2/3. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it has 1 or more oil counters on it, put an additional oil counter on it. Beautiful. Creatures you control with oil counters on them get +1/+1. This is a non-legendary card that stacks, and that fits very, very well with the deck. And then, you know, earlier on, we're utilizing the Evolving Adaptive. 0/0 for 1. It enters the battlefield with an oil counter on it, and then it gets +1/+1 for each oil counter that it has. BEA Beautiful. Whenever you play a creature with either power or toughness greater than the adaptive, you'll also accumulate an additional oil counter, which is a lot of fun. Then we have the Exuberant Fuseling for 1 mana, a 0/1 trample. It gets +1/+0 for each oil counter on it, and when it enters the battlefield, it will do so with an oil counter on it, I believe. +1/+0 for each oil counter on it when it enters the battlefield, and whenever... Yes, so when it enters the battlefield and whenever another creature or artifact you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put an oil counter on it, right? So it's going to get that one when it enters, and then if we have another creature or artifact with an oil counter go to the grave, we accumulate more of them, right? So both the adaptive and the fuseling, very cheap, easy to cast, that become, you know, a little bit better turn by turn as we continue out the game. They're not just staying in their, you know, original forms, right? They're evolving. Which is cool. And then, you know, it's not uncommon that you've got like the adaptive as a 9/9, the fuseling, you know, like a 6/7 or whatever, or sorry, a 6/1. Very, very good damage output. Keep in mind, it's not just the Ravager that we can put in the air through evasion for consistent damage output with the Skitter Fang, but also the Fuseling and the Adaptive as they grow, okay? Great. We have the Armored Scrap Gorger here for 2, a 0/3. It gets +3/+0 as long as it has 3 or more oil counters on it. We can tap it to add a mana of any color. Then when it becomes tapped, we'll exile a card from a graveyard to put the oil counter on it. So graveyard control, oil counter accumulation, and it becomes a 3/3. Phenomenal. We have a Kank Bloom, 2 mana, 3/2. Pay 1, sacrifice it, choose 1, destroy artifact, destroy enchantment, or proliferate. Pretty good coverage for us, and I don't really mind it. We have the Magmatic Sprinter, a 3/2 for 3 with haste. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 oil counters on target artifact or creature you control. Looking at you, Adaptive. Looking at you, Fuseling. Looking at you, Scrap Gorger, potentially. Even potentially putting more counters on the Skitter Fang, right? And then you can remove those counters. Great. So really, really cool. You could also just put it on itself to get rid of the second clause here. At the beginning of your end step, return the Sprinter to its owner's hand unless you remove 2 oil counters from it. Kind of a bummer, but it's, you know, it's cool to keep in play sometimes. It's also kind of cool to bounce it back to your hand sometimes. You know, you're dodging removal, right? If there's a Doomscar waiting for you. Doomscar, depopulate, farewell. You know, get it back to your hand where it's safe. Get consistent damage in again next turn. And then, you know, accumulating those oil counters on the Fuseling, on the Adaptive, on the Skitter Fang, really wherever, the Scrap Gorger, it's all good. They can even go on the Golem, because now the Golem's going to get +1/+1 because it's got oil counters. Phenomenal, right? So we can put them all over the place there. And yeah, so we got some removal in the deck. 4 copies of Rebel Salvo for 3 mana, instant speed. Destroy a creature or planeswalker. 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. It will lose indestructible until the end of turn, which is nice because the new Praetors have indestructible. You know, just 5 damage, Force Shouldered, that gets played every game, which is really, really cool. So very good removal in the deck. And then a little bit more of an aggressive stance through the Ancestral Anger for 1 mana, sorcery speed. Target creature gains trample and gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, where X is 1 plus the number of cards in your graveyard named Ancestral Anger. It'll stack up for us. We can either choose to leave this there with the Scrap Gorger or take it. It's going to kind of be up to us. And draw a card. So it's really, really good there that it replaces itself, right? Again, this can go on the Ravager. It can go on a big Adaptive as well, which is pretty cool, just to help us get consistent damage output. That is the name of the game, the deck in its entirety. We do have 8 mountains and forests for our basic lands. We have a furnace and a maze for our single color draw lands. And then we have 4 racer rings, not only acting as dual lands, but allowing us to draw off their sacrifice as well. That is the newest free-to-play Gruul Oil deck. Again, let me know what you think we should call it down below in the comments. And now let's play some games. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't go anywhere, because we're going to tear open this pack when we're done. Enjoy. Okay, good land. Nice hand for the most part. It's a little slow, but we'll get after it. We'll get after it. Rot Priest on turn 1 for my opponent. Just an absolute legend. Hive on 2. Let's get our Adaptive out. Toss a Fuseling in. Why not another? They lose 1 life. Make a token. Toxic, toxic, toxic. How are you? Ossification. Taking out a Fuseling. Reasonable. Land in play. Skitter Fang out. Let's push up the Adaptive. Yep. I'm gonna take Vigilance, I think. Get blasted. Down to 16. Not the end of the world as we know it. Kind of want to leave that anger in my grave with the Gorger. keep in mind. It you know, stacks up, so it's one that we like to leave. Are they going to take my adaptive, or do they take the Fang? They're going to take the Fang. Again, another respectable play for sure. Okay, 3 of them is a little much. That's getting to be a bit BM. Like, that's actually disgusting. I guess we could have taken the Fusing instead right now. Bad habit. We'll be taking that anyways, because F my opponent. We're gonna draw with the ring, so let's just get this all out there right away. Jawbone's really good. I don't think we see an attack. I don't mind replaying this a whole bunch. Big chillin', and then just probably recasting that every turn. We could sack the Furnace to draw. Not the worst play. We might want to leave it though for now. They're going really wide, which is really bad. So let's take that. Draw our card. Could be worse. We're fine. We're fine. All right. And this is going to absolutely dominate them, so I feel like a complete god right now. Patty's shotgun. Now that's good. Next. The Gorger attacks. That pushes it to 3 oils. We're going to take that Duelist. Now it's a 4-4. Yeah. All right. Down to 8. Okay, I mean, that's not an easy deck to beat. We do really nicely. And that Ravager taking out all these Hive tokens. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Going first, keeping 7. Good land and a nice smooth start. Double dropping on 2. Well, actually just gorging. I think. Pretty sure. It'd be a good play. We'll go slow. Watch us top deck a mountain here. Which wouldn't be the worst. Mirrex, turn 1, that's great. Searching for a land. Need to double drop these adaptives. Then play the Scrap Gorger, push them both up. Not a bad start. Hit for 4, down to 16. Cranker Bloom pushes the adaptives up, which might be our best bet. Skitterfang does not. We can do them both, though. Beautiful. Right, we're swinging for 7. We get a block. It's gonna push the Fuseling up. They're down to 12. Jace. I'm gonna minus on my adapt. Well, plus on my adaptive. But it's a minus effect. Draw that card. Loving that land. Buys them a turn. It's pretty good. I think we should still target Jace. It's good manners. There's a decision. Do we attack them? Do we, deal with the Planeswalker? I do think that we take out that draw engine if we can. No, 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 no. I don't think you will. Nice play. I do like that combo with Restoration. Good game. Alrighty, here we go. Our opponent's gonna mulligan. I'm keeping 7. Really nice land, and we've got the Gorger in early. And I think that's a winning strategy. Interesting. Well, that's not a... Well, it actually could still be a toxic deck. I better hold my tongue. Yep. It's a different version, though. We like that. Another Gorger out. Crank that Bloom. We have good blocks. Their third land enters. Calling Chorus enters. I'm worried about a Rite of Oblivion. Drown and Ichor. Proliferate on nothing! That's pretty sad because we could have killed the Hive with it. So it's good removal for them. One, 2, 3, 4. We do need all 6. Or I'll cast that salvo on their turn, maybe. Nah. Let's save the salvo, because they definitely could play a Mondrak, you know? Still hit. We bounce back to our hand. We can just power these Gorgers up. That's, I think, pretty good value. Speak of the devil. Hello! How are you today? How are you today? Get blasted. Even if they had indestructible, we could take it. Scrap Forger takes Mondrak. Nice. Push up our Acre Plate Golem. Attack with the Sprinter. We want to keep blockers for these mites, right? The Gorger can attack next turn if we want as well, and that'll be its third oil. Ooh, the Raw Priest is good. Dang, additional poison counters. That's like a thing. Are they going to come in? No. You are a legend, HGG. Can I get a what? What? I mean, you know, at least we can beat the creature-based poison decks pretty consistently with this Ravager. It's just such a smooth play. Going first with a 1-drop that I will not play. I'm gonna get these lands out first. Get the Scourger active. It's the worst. Maybe we trim back on the tap lands. It's hard though, I like it to be consistent. Just get after it. Decline this. And then we'll play the maze, most likely. Oh, that's a good card. Can't block this. The adaptive's nice. Guess let's push up Skitterfang. Take the draw. Oh, just more lands. Huzzah! Can I get a Ravager, please? If you wouldn't mind. I like this, though, an original deck. Right? Hopefully they smash us in stunning fashion. Because, you know what it's not? Dimir Toxic deck. You play a deck that's not Dimir Toxic, boom. You get showcased on the channel. It's that easy. With Mirrorbox. This is interesting. I like it. What is going on here? Yes, proliferate us to 2, and the Dancer goes up as well. We're not going to get another Anger, so let's just take it. The chances are slim. Oh. Brutal. We can sack the ring, then take it with the Gorger, push it to 2, and then it'll be on 3. Just too many lands, though. Did you get that from me? a good card. I like that they're running it too. It's interesting. Putting an oil counter on the Contaminator. Oh, it gets a +1 from their Golem. That's pretty cool. And that's ridiculous. No blocks. Sack the land. Take the draw. And take the land. Ouch, ouch. Down to 6, but probably just dead. Are they double casting at some point here too with the Spell Dancer? Yep. Wow. That's a big draw. Very nice. Well, this isn't really what we want. Push up the adaptive, I guess. Hitting for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus the block. Not good. Take a card, push up the adaptive, remove a counter from it. And that is a lifelink badge. These get bounced, so we attack with them anyways. It's 12 damage. I mean, you know, we out here. Hopefully that life gain can sustain us for a little longer. Here's the block, so that's going to reduce their power and toughness a bit. We get the card back, which means we can put even more counters on the adaptive. We have a lot of cards in hand, though, after that big draw last turn. Six cards in hand. Big trample attack. Spell Dancer's unblockable. They can copy spells from the Dancer, which is pretty worrisome. Double proliferate? I like it. I like it a lot. This is generic and couple life. Right, so they don't have blue. But they do have the double proliferate. Can put the facade counter on Dominus? I don't know. Probably just on the Spell Dancer. Okay, they grab Indestructible. They pay life for that, right? And they put the counter on it. We block this. Oh, you're so close. It's got 6. We take the Contaminator. We continue to push in. What did we grab here? Can we grab Menace? Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, or Lifelink? think we go all in here. No trample, but we survive. And then that needs to block 2. Great. Get rid of that spell dancer. We lose Skitterfang, but it's out of counters. I mean, it could get more from the sprinter. It is what it is. Down to 1. They have a mitt full of cards still. It's a pretty cool match. That Inquiry Dominus is ridiculous. More Facades in play. Another Contaminator. Pushes up the Adaptive. And then a Thrumming Bird as well. Cool beans. Simic Proliferate in the house. It's a lot of blocks. Another salvo off the top. Wow. Let's save this, and maybe they don't trample block the way we think they will. Actually, I think we just take it now, don't we? Hopefully they don't have a spell. Oh, they do. No way. They're going to bounce my Fuseling instead of their Contaminator. That keeps them alive. Nice. I think we lose some creatures to take theirs out, don't we? Because I don't want them to double proliferate. Like, we're going to lose the Scrap Gorger. Right? Or we keep the Scrap Gorger, we lose the Sprinter probably. Take the Contaminator. Don't think that matters too much. So we lose the Sprinter. We keep the Gorger. So we do have graveyard control, at least 2 cards in their hand. We're 20 life, 4 poison counters. We get the win. That's incredible. Great game. Let's go first, and oof, this is a slow hand. I'm gonna mulligan, even though the land is there. What we have so many 1 and 2 drops that it's fairly essential. Well, want removal, want draw, want removal, want draw, want removal. Removal's probably better just to hold on to. Toxic Death Touch on 1. Cool, 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 cool. No attacks. I'll block that. I'll just take care of it. Whatever. You know. I cannot stand toxic decks. People think they're so funny. You know, real original. Get that freaking thing out of here. I will be taking this hybrid as well. I'm not sure if we do now, make them proliferate it back to their hand, or just wait. I think we wait. Because I want to kill it and then take it. Oh, there's another one. That's just bad news bears for us, isn't it? You tapped out, you tapped out, you tapped out, you tapped out. Do we take it? How do you not? even though they'll probably bring them both back to their hand immediately after. We should take the Rot Priest here. This is probably a blatant misplay. I'm too greedy. We should have salvoed that Rot Priest. I will hit for 2 though. We'll see. We'll see. It pays off. It pays off. It pays off. We were greedy and we didn't get punished. That was the first time all month, I think. Oakley dokily. Our opponent goes first. Can we get a untapped red source off the top? No. Whoops. Just lets me cast it anyways. Thanks, Arena. I'm surprised it doesn't. I am surprised it doesn't. Oh, another poison deck? You say it ain't so. It's not like that's the only deck we ever face or anything. You know? Just don't worry about it. What a bummer. Do you think they have protection? Of course they have protection. Unless they tap out for a Contaminator. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hey. It's a hive. You know what we're looking for now. What do you think they're running for protection? And can we race? Not a betting man, but I think we can. Actually, that's a lie. I love gambling. I'll race. I'll do it. Let's go. It's 50-50, right? We're going to remove these. Keep it at play. And then next turn, I'm going to push in for a little extra. Put trample. And hopefully get a big old smash down in. They have 3 mana, 15 life. We have 2 poison counters, 18 life. When I see poison counters, I just forget about my life total. It's like I don't have a life total. I only have these poison counters. What is this? I'm tapping it. Just for the target. We're up to 4. Why not? We're here already, aren't we? I mean, this is 10 damage if left unblocked. Not game ending, but it's pretty good. Oh, they're gonna have hopefully just indestructible. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Kill Dewey goes to 5. Ah, that is the same as indestructible, I guess. A little bit of extra life gain for them, which is not bad either. We're at 5 poison counters. We might be dead. They have life gain on their counters, their tokens here, and their Rot Priest. And now double strike. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So this is bad. We need to top deck the Ravager and kill this Duelist. Even though they probably just have protection. We're at 7 poison counters. That's not the card we need. Adaptive out. Man. Scourger out and a Fusling out. It's not good. It is not good. The double strike on the duelist keeps us from attacking. That's it, the Singer. Good game. No, they all get +1 as well. So much life that now they're sustained to just beat us down, right? Good game. It's got trample, double poison counter. Man, look at all they did with 4 lands. That's really good. Good game. Going first, keeping 7. And looks acceptable. Racer's Ring is active. They're in tap. Armored Scrap Forger, now active as well. They're gonna immediately dunk on it because why not? Let's play Cranker Boom, and then we can pay for a 2-mana counter. Instead of, you know, tapping out. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so we can pay 2 here. Unfortunately. Oh no, we get it after. We still do get it. That's actually really good. I was thinking because it wasn't in the graveyard yet that we wouldn't get it. Oh, but the way that that resolves, we do get it because this has to now go on the stack after the spell's already resolved from us paying. Well, that's not great. Let's put these on the Gorger. Take their fall. Hit for 6. I like to get that to 3/3 right away. And he's probably still just dead, but Death Touch is good. Hybrid is good. Fusling out. I'll take the trade. Voidwing comes back, I get it, but we can take it with the Gorger, hopefully, before they proliferate. That pushes the Fusling up furthermore. Four land, 4 cards in hand. Let it through. No blocks. Take your second poison, that's fine. Tap out, tap out, tap out. Tap out, baby. Tap out, baby. Oh. Oh. Pull the counterspell. Might be removal, might be proliferate. I want to keep the Gorger untapped, right? So if they do go to proliferate, I can still take the Voidwing. At least, you know? What you got, Willis? Yep, absolutely is. There's no proliferate here. And they are tapped. So let's take the hybrid. They might block the Fuseling. Makes sense, we get 2 damage in. You lose a creature, but what do you do? Up to 3 poison counters. Maybe we could have left the rat and ravaged. But it's hard because it's important for me to take that Voidwing. Right? Like, we're still going to play these anyways. Or not. That actually hurt. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just give me that draw, baby. Oh, damn. We need more land so bad. Just please give me that 6th land. I'll do anything for a 6th land, Dad. You want to, you know, do the driveway, the lawn, wash your truck. Like, what's going on, dude? I got you. Let's take the Death Touch. Up to 8, and they might even just proliferate us or poison us to death. Well, there's one. And I'm sure the other exists. Huzzah! You've done it. Another poison deck. Alrighty then. So the newest free-to-play deck. Again, what should we call this build? In the comments below. Have some fun with it, right? Make me laugh. I'll pin the winner. It'll be fun. The deck's cool. As far as where we go with it from here, Ancestral Anger is cool because it provides trample, but I noticed that within our games, we were kind of exiling it with our Scrap Gorger anyways, so maybe we just take Free from Flush instead. So pros, it's instant speed, right? That's phenomenal. Oil counters on our Adaptive, on our Fusing, very, very good here also. And then it's going to get that +2, so it's basically like +4. To those creatures, which I think is phenomenal. So I maybe am going to drop in the future, and you can try this yourself, just changing out the Ancestral Angers for Free from Flesh. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Also was considering dropping, again, Ancestral Anger and using Play with Fire. More early game removal, right? And Scry is good, and then a little bit of reach damage. Not too shabby. So again, all considerations here for the Anger. The exact same thing with Bushwhack. You know, we could have a fight effect because the Adaptive's so big, the Ravager's so big, and then we've got land consistency. So, you know, these are all pros and cons. Talking about the Anger, because we're not sure that's our best card. The same goes for Tail Swipe. This is a fight effect. Instant speed if it's your main phase, +1 on your own creature. The Safekeeping, protection. You know, do we need protection in the deck? Indestructible is pretty cool, potentially on the Fusing with its trample damage, is my thought here. And then, you know, maybe it's just Blazing Crescendo, but I honestly think that Free from Flesh might be better here, but it was considered, so I want to let you guys know. And then the Obliterating Bolt, maybe just more removal. And then I had a few other thoughts as well. A Braid is something that I would like to see in the deck, and, you know, maybe we're dropping a Salvo or 2, getting these Abrades in here. And then we have not just the Canker Bloom for the removal, but also, you know, maybe a little bit of other coverage, because we're destroying artifact, enchantment, or we're proliferating. And then with the Braid, we're doing artifact and creature with power 3 or less, which is good, I think. So a little bit more coverage here. Of course, I do want to keep this deck as an Artisan free-to-play build. I think it actually operates best this way. Of course, you know, there's land upgrades if you want to be more consistent with it. You can drop the ring, you can drop the maze and the furnace. Easy, right? Upgrade your lands. We also have access with those lands to Monumental Facade that can distribute oil counters to your creatures as well. I think that's really nice. But at the end of the day, you know, there's not really much about this deck that you would want to change, in my opinion. Of course, let me know in the comments below if you guys have any suggestions. If you just had to spend your rares and mythics on a deck, you know, I would just sprinkle in ones that you already had. If you did, I like the deck as it is, and I'm not sure that we would change it in any way, even if we weren't worried about our rares and mythics. And that's why we really like it, because it's just good. It operates well, and yeah, having a lot of fun with it, and actually getting some wins as well, which is cool, right? So, woof. With that being said, it's time for the pack opening. Here we go, chat. Big old pull down. Beep. What do we got here? What do we got here? Don't need that. And, ooh, wow. I always get so excited when I see these art toppers. Like, that is good. It's beautiful. Wow. Get that to the side. And just rip through this, the full art land, a mountain. Pretty cool art, to be honest. And then we have a bunch of limited trash. Most likely the canopy, the stalker, the mantle, the prowler. Oh, that's a good one. Distorted curiosity. That's definitely playable. We see it every day. The annex sentry. That's also fairly playable, right? Bladed ambassador. Alt Art Quicksilver Fisher. Big money, no whammies. This is an Alt Art Bladed Ambassador. Big money, no whammies. Oh, I actually really like this card. This is a card I can see increasing in price as the set goes on. Blade of Shared Souls. For 3 mana, 4 Mirrodin, so it makes a token. You can have that token become a copy of another creature you control, and whenever you equip this to a creature, you get that ability again. So you can have tokens that you create with Wedding Announcement, with the Hive, actually become copies of another creature. Looking at you, Kiki Jiki. And then we have a holographic alt art mirror convert, which is actually not a bad find. That's pretty cool. And the Phyrexian token, which is a-okay. So we love the cards, you know. Pretty cool pack. I don't mind the Shared Souls. I honestly do think that that's a card that will increase in value as the standard pool continues on and rotation hits, and you know, next year's here. So with that being said, maybe we hold on to our Soul Blades. Thanks for watching. Have a magical day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to help support. You can also become a YouTube member for access to our exclusive Sunday members only streams here on the tubes. We'll see you soon in the next. Enjoy.